Being that we have been discussing dimensions and how the third dimension is a conditional construct, and as we raise our vibrations and thus the frequencies of our dimensional existence elevate, we find ourselves moving beyond condition. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to present as an example to us on this path a master of the dimension and the master of frequencies, one Yeshua bin Yosef, and his teachings on unconditional love. So please bear with me as I share some teachings on unconditional love as we elevate and rise through the dimension. Please hit the subscribe button. The true nature of unconditional love. And this is from The Law of Light by, this is The Secret Teachings of Jesus by Lars Muhl, from the book The Law of Light and the True Nature of Unconditional Love. But did Yeshua always show unconditional love when he was in continuous dispute with the Pharisees? His chastisement of these people was so explicit that to be called a Pharisee today is synonymous with being allegedly a particularly zealous, self-righteous, and narrow-minded individual. They don't practice what they preach. They bind heavy and unattainable burdens together and lay them on man's shoulders, but they themselves will not lift a finger to help them. All their deeds are done in order to display themselves before people. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! You watch over the kingdom of heaven, but don't enter it yourselves. And those who wish to attain enlightenment, you keep in ignorance. Unconditional love, rahmah, does what is necessary in every situation, so that the outcome is the best possible for the greater good. When we learn to repose in equilibrium in the universe's divine current, when we are at one with the law of light, we will be aware of the people we encounter, and especially those who are not acquainted with this law and perhaps don't wish to know of it. Such people are, more often than not, abusers of energy. Each obstacle they meet on their way is seen as an external attack on their personal freedom, and so they automatically look for scapegoats. Negative projection will often be their most natural way of interacting with their surroundings. Such a person will repeatedly adopt the role of the victim and repeatedly blame others for his or her own misery. Many religious people or people who work with spirituality and self-development can find it very difficult to be firm enough with that sort of behavior, and can contribute to maintaining an undesirable and fatal pattern of response, because they wish to be all-loving and good human beings. The victim will often cautiously or uncautiously take advantage of that weakness and adopt a self-righteous, superior, and perpetually wounded attitude. By evoking guilt feelings in another, the energy abuser limits not only him or herself, but anyone else in the vicinity. But remember, true love is firm enough when necessary. Unconditional love does not abuse energy. Therefore, Yeshua was repeatedly firm with the Pharisees. When Yeshua drives the traders and moneylenders out of the temple, this is an example of how we must deal with Pharisee-like cowardice, fear, and pretense. The sooner we are firm, the sooner will the Pharisee come to his senses and have a chance to change his behavior. A love that merely wishes to be seen as good and therefore refrains from being firm is conditioned by mere appearances. Unconditional love, on the other hand, does that which is necessary in a given situation, because it serves the heart and therefore the greater good in the best way. An abrupt awakening is always to be preferred above a sweet but unconscious sleep. Therefore, it's to the Pharisee and all of us that Yeshua speaks when he stresses only the self-righteous and the saved cannot be saved. Balchod Maporj la pash maposa. All right. That was the Law of Light teachings on unconditional love. I'm going to read just a little bit more from this portion here. That title says The Shadow, Satan, and Free Will. And perhaps, I don't know how many pages this is, but I'll read just a little bit and then close this video down. This video offering and information dissemination from the Umbanda New Earth Ashram for compassion, strength, and unconditional love. So now I'm going to read just a little bit from The Shadow, Satan, and Free Will. The incident described in the Gospel, according to St. Matthew, when after 40 days in the desert, Yeshua is confronted by the wild beast of the desert and by Satan, Sathanas, must certainly have been passed on by Yeshua for our benefit, since according to the scriptures, he was alone in the desert and therefore the only witness to what happened. And it's that very fact that makes the experience all the more powerful, as it's what a human being thinks and does when alone that expresses his or her true nature. Therefore, was Yeshua lured out of his holy state of conscious breathing, Rukha de Kudsha, and into an unprotected state, Madbra, which was the cause of the pain in which his own inappropriate behavior, temptation, had placed him. And he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, and towards the end he was starving and was immediately confronted by his own lower self. And incidentally, 40 is the magic number for these types of mystical occurrences, that time period. 40. It appears over and over again throughout these holy mystical teachings. So, if you are a true child of the heavenly source, Allah, transform these stones into bread. But he answered and said, it is written that man shall not achieve a perfect life by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God, Allah. Then the tempter bore him to a holy city and placed him on a pinnacle of the temple, saying, if you are a true child of the heavenly source, let your spiritual being, your soul, fall. For it is written that Malkuta de Shemaya's angels will protect you, and they will catch you and make sure that you are not dashed to the ground. Yeshua answered the tempter, it is also written that man shall not abuse the heavenly source's energy. That's a word to all you necromancers and ceremonial magicians, witches, sorcerers, warlocks. Do not abuse the heavenly source's energy, because it is all abuse when you seek your own personal gain. Again the tempter, hit that subscribe button. Again the tempter took him up into a high mountain and showed him all the adulation and riches of the world, and said, all this will I give you if you will stay with me and worship me. Then said Yeshua unto the tempter, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written that man can serve only one Lord, the heavenly source. Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written that man can serve only one Lord, the heavenly source. All right, so that's a very powerful part I'm going to hold up there from that little part of the teachings. I can make another video and finish this out, but I want to reiterate, get thee hence, Satan, Sathanas. Get thee hence, Sathanas, for it is written that man can serve only one Lord, the heavenly source. And here at the Umbanda New Earth Ashram for compassion and strength and heavenly source connection, we serve only one Lord, and that is the heavenly source. And as we say, get thee hence, Sathanas. Namaste. Namaskaram. Oh, you thought you were going to escape this video without any tomfoolery, music-wise. Get thee hence, Sathanas, for we serve only one Heavenly Source here at the Ombanda New Earth Ashram for compassion, strength, and Heavenly Source connection.